Good morning, everyone. Yes, most of all, thank you very much for having a time with me and join the webinar for promoting Korea KSTAR Grand Challenge in spite of a heavy schedule. My name is Hwan Lee, the director of the National IT Industry Promotion Agency and the moderator of the webinar for promoting the KSTAR Grand Challenge. KSTAR Grand Challenge is one of the largest global accelerating programs, and annually more than 15 startup teams from approximately 100 countries has joined in our global program. So now in this webinar time, at first I want to introduce what is the KSTAR Grand Challenge briefly, and then move on to the main body. We're going to take a Q&A session. From now on, let me introduce KSTAR Grand Challenge. So when I checked last afternoon, the number of registration and applicant is more than 400. This number is more than that of last year. I think that comparing the current status, the COVID-19, this number is, how can I say, very positive and affirmative to us. So most of all, I am very appreciative to all of you to have a lot of interest in our KSTAR Grand Challenge and webinar for KSGC, despite in spite of COVID-19, sort of a very dangerous and serious situation. So in my presentation, I want to introduce briefly about the host organization, Ministry of SME and Startup, and National IT Industry Promotion Agency. And then I will have a talk about KSTAR Grand Challenge more deeply. The Ministry of SME Startup. From now on, I want to express Ministry of SMEs and Startup as MSS. It is sort of an acronym, abbreviation. MSS is the host organization of KSTAR Grand Challenge program, and they have a strong responsibility for strengthening competitiveness and support innovation of SMEs and startups. NIPA means National IT Industry Promotion Agency. As a government organization, we have been in charge of promoting, nurturing, and fostering the whole ICT industry. Currently, due to the importance of the first industrial revolution, we are now focusing on a state-of-the-art digital, innovative technology, just like AI, big data, cloud computing, VR, AR, etc. We have 6 foreign offices in 5 countries, Silicon Valley and United States, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, Singapore, Bangalore in India, and Berlin in Germany. Based on our foreign office, foreign branch, we have expanded the international cooperation and strengthened the overseas marketing with many of foreign government and global companies. From now on, I want to introduce what is the KSTAR Grand Challenge. As a global accelerating program, the KSTAR Grand Challenge has assisted global startups in doing business in Korea. Especially, we provide global startups with fund, office space, one-on-one mentorship, consulting, investment opportunity and business meeting with many of Korean companies to let them launch and do and scale up their business in Korea. Basically, the startup, the foreign startup, less than 7 years old, and free entrepreneur can apply for the KSTAR Grand Challenge, especially the foreign startup who are interested in expanding their business model in Asia and Korea are highly encouraged to apply. Here is the 21 kinds of target area from AI to the big data. So it covers many of areas in the ICT and software industry and territory. So in my view, considering the current status, the COVID-19, the non-contact service and digital transformation, utilizing new technology and service will be more available and effective to the KSTAR Grand Challenge. In last year, approximately 1,700 startup teams from 95 countries applied for KSTAR Grand Challenge. And since the 2016, averagely, the 1,800 startup team in the world have joined and have registered in our KSTAR Grand Challenge. In this year, through the 2 steps global auditioning, the comparative 60 startup team will be selected and invited to Korea, and let them have a chance to get the 3 months accelerating program in cooperation with the 5 Korean comparative accelerators. This is the schedule of the KSTAR Grand Challenge in this year. Now is in the middle of a promotion and application period. It will be end by 25th of June. And after taking 2 steps global auditioning, we're going to select 60 comparative startups. And then from the September, we are going to operate a 3 months accelerating program. And the late part of November, we're going to hold the final demo day. And then to the finally selected 3D teams, additional settlement program will be provided. To the top 60 startup teams, the 3 months accelerating program, free office and project office, and the corporate sponsorship and support will be provided. Especially after a final demo day, to the top 5 startups, totally $240,000 amount of prize money will be offered, and the top 30 startups, they will be eligible to receive funding for 3.5 months. So many of the Korean VC and accelerator will take additional investment. It will be more beneficial and helpful to the comparative startup who is invited to Korea. Here is the facility for KSTAR Grand Challenge. And now in this slide, I want to tell you about our main accomplishment for 4 years. Up to now, totally 89 startup has established a legal entity in Korea, and approximately $1.2 billion was invested to the foreign startups, and then 370 per contract was signed and made with many of Korean big company and conglomerate. So this slide shows the exact schedule of the KSTAR Grand Challenge. So about this schedule I've already mentioned. So please check each steps of this process and this schedule. It will be very available for your great challenge in Korea. So in this slide, you can see the URL, homepage address of KSTAR Grand Challenge. If you would access this homepage, you can get more information about KSTAR Grand Challenge, and simultaneously, you can also apply for the KSGC through this website. With this, I want to finish my own presentation, and now it's time for the question and answer. So sorry to say, as I have another appointment and schedule, I should leave now, and continuously the Q&A session will be operated by my friend, Ri and Han and other my friend. Thank you very much.
Team, introduce yourself first.
안녕하세요. I'm Tim Marzullo, a scientist and founder of Backyard Brains Korea. We came here August of last year, and we've been working to grow our company, selling principally science equipment to the education market.
Hi, I'm Cesar Noda, CEO from VRGlass. We are a Brazilian startup focused on extended reality projects. We are here since August 2019, yeah, and we came for doing business here in Korea and getting a lot of good partners here as well.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Han, and the organizer of this KSTAR Grand Challenge program, and I have been in charge of this KSTAR Grand Challenge for 3 years. So, yeah, thank you for.
Hello, my name is Jong Hyun. I'm working in NIPA, and then, yeah, nice to meet you guys. And then, from now, we will start the Q&A session. And is there some question on the chatting room? Is there some? I think it's in not too many chat rooms. So I have one question for you guys. And what attracted you to apply for KSGC program last year? Cesar first.
Me first. Because we think that Korea is a very interesting market for us. It was the first country to launch 5G, and it's very related to our business. So we came to know more about the market and meeting companies here. And so far we meet a lot of good partners, and we are sure it's not easy to make business in these times, with Corona and all the things, but I think we made the right choice to staying here in Korea after the program as well.
Yes, as you all know, Korea is famous for being a very advanced technology country, and since we are an education company and Korea is our biggest Asian customer, we were intrigued by the possibility of trying to grow our business even more so here in Korea. And we visited a lot of schools, been to a lot of educational institutions, and met a lot of people in the science and education fields in Korea. And it's been a blast even in this time of COVID.
All right, yeah, thank you for your answers. Since now we are doing a promotion video of KSTAR Grand Challenge, what do you think, what makes Korea so attractive to foreign startups, and what are the differences between your country and Korea?
Korea, I think it's very interesting for our company specifically because, as I told you, there are a lot of mobile companies here, telecom companies. They launched 5G. Was the first country to launch 5G as well. And the difference, I think, it's the environment is more like suitable for innovation here in Korea than in Brazil.
You're right.
For us, coming from Chile, and we also have offices in the United States, the average Korean parent invests a lot in the education of their children. So education is highly valued here. It's internationally famous for that. So that's why it was very attractive to us to come here.
So there is one question. It's from Daruv Chata. And then the question is, will it be possible to collaborate with the like of Hyundai, Samsung, and Kia with the help of this program? That is the question. Could you answer the question?
I mean, the staff here, they always like provide us like good context and trying to get some partners and some people from these companies for meetings. So I don't know Hyundai, but we met some people from some people from Samsung, and because of these guys introduced us to these people. Yeah.
Yes, when you come to Korea, you'll be surprised. From my experience, Hyundai is just a car company, but Hyundai is not just a car company. It's called a chaebol, which is this huge conglomerate, and they have their fingers in everything. And Samsung, similarly, Samsung builds ships, not just computers and mobile phones. So if you come here and you want a meeting with Hyundai or Samsung, you just have to be a little bit more specific. Everybody here at the office wants to see you succeed. They want the program to succeed. So if you want a meeting with someone at the Samsungs or the Hyundais or the Lottes, you'll get that meeting. That's not the issue. But my advice is also don't come to Korea saying, I'm going to work with Samsung. You should be more focused on what actually would be your partner if you want to form a business alliance. I mean, you'll get that meeting. That's not an issue.
Okay, thank you for your answers. So I would like to briefly add to your answers. So if you want to like come to Korea and have a like business meeting or contracts with some big Korean companies and want to grow your company here, of course we provide a 3-month acceleration program while you're staying in Korea, which will try to connect you with some business partners, and that will definitely help you have a business meeting with them. Like if you're a foreign startup come to Korea, you just have no connections at all and you have no network, but our accelerators, Korean accelerators, will help you to do that, of course. And we will also hold a business meeting and networking events with like more than 80 Korean companies here. So like definitely you will be able to meet like more than Hyundai, or some big national companies like that.
Last year or so, there is one company, and the name is TPS Engage. TPS Engage already worked with Samsung. So he first met in networking event for business meeting event. So there are many big events in here. So if you come to here, there are many chances to work with Korean major company like Samsung and LG kind of things. And there also have the other question, and then from Adedoin Abe Bio, yeah. And then what are some of the things that would increase the chance of an application being selected for the KSGC?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think your application made you to be selected to our program?
You understand?
So the number one reason, the best way to make your application competitive is to be very clear why Korea is attractive to your company. Something about your market, something about the business you're in, and I think that will separate your application out from the others.
Okay, and I think as any like program like this, they are looking for like a good company. So if you have like a good business model or like a you have clearly what you're expecting here in Korea, will increase your chances as well. Yeah.
You're right. So
I think there is something for our question. Is,
so another question from the Join. So what's the online presentation process like? That is after startup application has been shortlisted. So I think you're basically asking for a local edition, which was supposed to be taking place at many countries, but now we came to due to COVID-19, we just changed it to like online edition, right?
yeah. So, and next question is there any advantage of the PhD degree from Korean university? But no, there is no advantage.
Not at all.
And not at all. So you can study anywhere. So there is no benefit for like a Korean university PhD.
Yeah, and actually, there are, like, if you want to get a business-related visa here in Korea, you had to have a at least bachelor's degree of university. But now, since we have a renewed visa manual for KSTAR Grand Challenge program, especially, so you don't have to have any degree to get a proper visa for doing business in Korea, which is needed for establishing your corporation in Korea or hire your employees here. So you just need to apply for our program.
So please, yeah.
Okay, so another question from Isra El Raf. Okay. Regarding the equipment for the product production that will be provided, will it be based on my specific idea? Also, will there be someone who is scientifically aware of how to combine those materials together and use this equipment? Or will I be the one who will discover and find ways to put things together? I'm not sure if you're asking for our space, like some equipments that we currently have in the startup campus, or are you asking you want to make a product here, so would there be anyone who would try to support you with product development? Firstly, we have this 3D printers which you can apply and use it via online system. So if you just try to email us for the more specific kind of product that you want to build, then I will try to answer it. And for if you're asking for the second type, then you probably have to find some proper developer, something to help you with your product. We will try to find you one, but it's we cannot guarantee that you will find the specific one in here. So if you, and of course, if you come to Korea and try to consult your business model or what you're trying to do with your product, we will definitely be all our hands to help you, and your accelerators will mentor you, kind of thing.
So there is one more question. Is can I do it from Bangladesh? And you can do that.
Yeah, there were some Bangladesh teams.
Every citizen, every nationality can apply for this program.
Yeah.
It's not for Korean, right?
No.
And I think there are some more questions. So,
okay. Oh, okay. So another question from Drav Chata. Do you also assist B2C startups with their go-to-market strategy? Yeah, of course. We try to have a consultation with B2C markets or any kind of markets. Well, I think basically all of our startups are targeting B2C, right?
No, B2B or B2C, there are both. So
yeah,
I think it's how about the acceleration program experience? If you are okay, could you share the your experience about the acceleration program? I think there is more help for the people.
Actually, our business is more focused on B2B,
Yeah.
but when it comes to B2C, I think sure they will try to help you to go to the market as well and help to design your strategy, because sometimes we have to figure out coming here to Korea how to enter in the market as well. Like we as well try to had to discover how to make it like in a B2B basis, but when it comes to B2C, of course, like I think the accelerators will help you guys to make it.
All right.
Yeah, one of the toughest things about entering a market in any new country is learning about the peculiarities of hiring and billing. And this program is by design going to help you kind of get off to a running start. If you want to start in Korea, I think this program is great for you. They want to help you, so they want you to use them as much as you can.
All right, thank you for your answers. So we have another question from Sarah Zhang. Well, thank you for all your questions now. Is the visa going to be only for the 3 months and the extension if we receive it, or will it be longer? Okay, I'll just answer your first questions. So if you apply for a D10 visa, which you'll probably get it like almost like as soon as after you come here in Korea, that D10 visa, which is like a preparation for a startup visa, is like lasts for 6 months, and you can extend it for multiple times. So basically, you'll be okay with like some like couple of years, and if you establish your Korean company and change it to D8 visa, which is for entrepreneurship visa, you can like extend your stay up to like more than 2 years. And like there are already some people from our like 2016 participants still living in Korea, so that I think that explains all. You can just extend it as long as you want. And second question from Sarah, do you provide any help with visa extension and application if we want to continue our business in Korea after the extension? So I think that basically answered all. Like the team who participated this program like 5 years ago is still staying in Korea, and we just help them extend their visa as long as they are doing business in Korea. By we just write you an official letter that this person was from KSTAR Grand Challenge, and we guarantee that this person is doing business in Korea. So please help this person like get a visa, and that like almost always works. So you don't as long as you're with KSTAR Grand Challenge, you don't need to worry about your staying in visa, but just focus on business, to extend into Korea. Okay, so I think
So from Reef Skill, yes, in one of the requirements, the applicant need to have for need to have for the prototype or service. Is it possible if it is still in beta or not launched yet? And you can apply even if you have an idea. And this program is open all of the entrepreneurs, so you don't need to worry about it. There is another requirement. You lead something, there is another requirement.
Yeah, like even though we kind of like have that item on the application, but it's just to check that if you're having a proper, product, so that we would like to know that you're ready. And then, but there were some cases that they didn't have the prototype but still accepted to KSTAR Grand Challenge, so that's not a necessity. Just come here and try to develop your product with your accelerators so that it can probably adapt better to Korean market.
Next question is from Peter Justin Yu. And what about COVID-19? Is it safe to travel and live in Korea? I read about the new way of the infections.
Okay.
So, how about it?
Yeah,
so I
what
think
do you
it's
feel?
they're not back to their country. They're staying in Korea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they can answer about this question.
I mean, I'm from Brazil, so of course it's safer.
Well, sorry.
It's way safer. And what is the question again? I mean, like, I don't know which country are you from, but there's some restrictions, I think, for traveling right now, right? But I mean, Korea is safer from at least comparing to Brazil.
Yeah, Korea has handled the situation quite well. We're constantly receiving notices on our phones of places to avoid and with the contact tracing. So Cesar and I have laughed because there was concern in February and March as to whether we should stay in Korea or return to our countries. But we believed in Korea, and our belief in Korea turned out to be a correct belief, because we ended up having a better situation here in Korea than in our home countries.
Yeah.
So actually coming to Korea during times of COVID is actually a good thing.
Yeah, and thank you for your answers. I will try to answer from Korean perspective. So, yeah, the Korean government is like trying putting every effort to deal with this COVID-19 situations. And you might be aware that South Korea is kind of be considered as a like model case for defeating the COVID-19. So. Right now, yeah, I get your point that we are still having like new confirmed cases every day, but it's just like, because of the case that happened earlier, and it's not like the government cannot control like every citizen, to follow the rules, but it's like most of the Koreans are wearing masks and they don't try to, go to like public gatherings and kind of something, and we try to like wash our hands and use the sanitizer. Like sanitizer almost like everywhere. Like when you go into public and you walk on the streets kind of. So it's like you can be safe in Korea.
Okay, and there is one more question, daughter of Chata. I've already made application, but after this session, I'd like to make some additions in my application. Can I add in my application? Yes, you can do that, but like if you wanna edit your application, and please send email, the official email. What is the official email?
k-startupgc@nipa.kr.
Yeah, so please send email, and then I will like return I will edit. I will setting for edit. Can edit like some settings. So,
Right.
And there is some more question.
Life skill.
Life skills, some kind of the visa.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, thank you for your answer. Well, thank you for your question. To be honest, I already acquired the Oasis visa, but I hesitate to apply for the K-Grand Challenge since I'm only in the idea stage, but already have the demo product in PPT form and passed the Oasis 3 support in paid and idea. Oh, like the whole Oasis program is organized by the Ministry of Justice. So it's like it's for Oasis program is for the foreign startups that want to enter into Korea, and like they would normally have to invest like more than 1 billion Korean won to get an entrepreneurship visa. But we try to shorten the process, and just attract the foreign talents. So even though you applied for Oasis 3, like you don't have any restriction applying for this KSTAR Grand Challenge program, because Oasis and KSTAR Grand Challenge is like completely different program. So like basically you can still apply for this program and do business and without any restrictions.
Okay. So there is one more question from Liu Rong Luis. Does company need to be incorporated before joining? So no, I think it's yeah.
It's not a necessity. You don't have to like incorporate back in your country or in Korea. Like we'll just try to help you with your incorporation process. If you have a like headquarters like back in your country, we'll still try to help you set up your business in Korea. And if you don't have a branch in your country yet, you can start your business here, because we'll try to help you with everything. Like we can have a lawyer try to try to mentor you through the process, and we'll let you know like how much is it to pay for it, and what like where you have to visit to start your company, something like that. So like it's kind of a like all you can do program where you can just come here and we'll let you know everything.
Yeah. So I have a question, you guys.
Okay.
Since you've came to Korea, what thing is the most different from your expectation and stereotype of Korea? Negative answer doesn't matter.
I mean, I knew about like K-pop, K-drama, kimchi, spicy food, and all the things. But I think what is different that from Brazil, I think it's the environment for business is very different as well, and it's very competitive. But if you get the right partners, I think you can succeed. And if you can succeed here in Korea, I think you can succeed in every country and in every business environment as well. Yeah.
So the seafood in Korea is excellent. You'll have plenty of octopus and various other seafoods to enjoy.
Live octopus.
And then also, in my experience doing business in a few countries, what surprised me is, if you're applying for grants or business competitions or government programs in Korea, if you have a question, my team will just pick up the phone and call the office or call the bank, and they'll get an answer or a phone call back in 10 minutes, which I'm just not accustomed to people in the public or private sector being so responsive to random people calling them and asking questions. So it's a very encouraging business environment, regardless of your industry. People want to help you. People want to see you succeed.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you for your answers. And yeah, it was kind of a shout out to seafood lovers. I'm a seafood lover too. Please come to Korea.
I love seafood. And it's the question from Kamar. I'm now an employee in Korea with F5. And can I apply for the challenge with only idea and plan?
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
can apply.
Yeah,
right?
you're working with an F5 visa. So your previous visa really doesn't matter, because we'll try to give you the like D10 visa or like D84, which is needed for your business. So you just feel free to apply for our program with only the ideas.
And next question is Moja Dadam. I really like this question. I am from Africa. Can I apply? And you can apply. Actually, last year there is no African startups, and 2018 there are one African startup. So, I hope I'm very interested in Africa. I'm very interested in African culture. So hopefully many African startups come to Korea. So please apply for this program. Aja Dadam. Yeah.
So there's another question from Chata. Like, our company has filed patents in Korea. Could you help us prototype some electronic products from Samsung based on our specs? So you're asking prototype from Samsung? You're asking to cooperate with Samsung? I think I didn't get the question very well, but it's like if you're try to make a prototype with Samsung, it's like maybe you have to have a business meeting with them first, which will try to probably help you with that. So yeah, if you have like more detailed question about this, please let us know.
So, and something question for process, and then how was the local audition and visa application for joining the program? And did you have any difficulty or something?
Oh, our audition was online. I think there were the interviewers were in San Francisco, I think. It was very normal. It was very okay. About the visa, I think this program is very helpful because without this program, it would be very difficult to get the visa by ourselves. So they show us how to do it and to get the visa, and then we have, since we are sponsored by the government, it's easier to get the visa as well. I didn't have any difficulty.
Yes, the application is just an application that you would fill out as if you were applying for a job or applying to a university. You just answer the questions the best you can and hope the people reviewing the application find your application strong. And the audition was online, like Cesar said, and I don't remember correctly if it was 3 minutes or 4 minutes, which is not a lot of time, and you have to impress a group of 8 to 10 people. So my best advice is just practice and make sure you're rock solid with your message in that 3 to 4 minutes. Practicing is the most important thing you can do, doing it about 3 to 5 times before your audition.
Yeah, thank you for your answers. So
There is
another question from Liu Long Luis.
yeah.
Does a company with MVP, which is minimal viable product, have a higher chance of getting into the program? So I think having a product itself really doesn't matter. It's not like we're like reviewing through a document and see like, oh, like he or she doesn't have any like product, I think we'll just delete it. It's not like that, because we ask you to fill out an application from your name of the company and employees, and how to like come to Korea and what's your strategy in expanding to Korea. So there are like tons of items that we look into your application. It's not like 0 or like 1 basis. So basically, I think if you have a good product and if you have a like actual product that you can appeal to your customers or your business partner, that would be of course better. But even though you don't have really like viable product with you currently, like if your idea is really good and if you have a really good strategy to expand into Korea, like your accelerators, and from our side we'll try to help you actually build a product, and it's like we'll just investing like in your potential. We're not looking for a already made company. We'll try to discover really good startups and help them expand your market into Asia.
Right. And the other question is of Chata. And how many companies are part of the cohort? This year for 60 startups. So, and then last year only for 40, but this year for 60. So just apply it.
Okay, so there was another question from Liu Long Luis. So it's a consumer focus or enterprise sales. Like the previous question we already answered, we have many startups who are having a B2C market or B2B market. So basically our accelerators have experienced a lot in their like career with helping the startups and building their own business as well. So they will try to guide you if you're like to any market you're looking for. Actually, yeah, the accelerator will kind of select your company to be part of this program. So they'll try to find the best strategy for your company to penetrate into the market.
More question from Drop Chata. If we see initial success in Korea, do you will assist with raising capital as well? I think so. First of all, we will have the acceleration program 3 months, and after that, we also like a additional fund for 3.5 months. And after that, we also have a plan to operate scale up and open innovation program. So maybe this program help your like a scale up and then raising capital and something kind of thing. So, and there are many supporting programs in Korea, especially MSS. There are many programs. So maybe when you come to Korea and if you success first, and then you can easily find something fund from Korean government.
Yeah. In addition to him, it's not like we directly invest in your company, but the accelerators will try to invest in your company if they find you suitable, and the accelerators will try to find some good business like investors or angel investors that could probably invest in your company. So yeah, like in that part, we're try to help you raise the capital for your company to basically grow in here. And yeah, that like we also help you a lot, like aside from getting like investment from others. So yeah. Oh, so there's another question from Daniel Milton. What would be the 5 top tech sectors that would be the best fit for the program, like IoT / fintech / AI? Oh,
I think it's a little bit hard to say like a top 5 tech sector. And on the brochure, sorry, I think it's that there are homepage. There is some like a main sector of the like our program here.
Yeah.
And then AI, big data, and cloud computing and networking and kind of things. We are focused on that because our agency are related in information communication technology. So we have a very strong point. So, and then we like focus on the related in ICT.
All right. So yeah, there's another question from Adeduin Abedayo.
Yeah.
Can you post on your page a sample or a dummy edition to sort of give an idea of what to expect? I think it would help. So basically you're asking like what would local edition, I mean in this case online edition will go like. So we cannot actually make a video or upload it. I don't think so far, but it's like I'll just explain how it would go. So basically 지금 말하면 안 되죠. 그 온라인 오신 저거를. So basically you will be asked to submit a video of your company pitching, and then we'll have a Q&A. So basically we will try to send a detailed email about like global edition, but probably Cesar or Tim would you can give a grip of how the local edition went like, right? When you had a like local edition, like probably you had it via online or something. So can you explain like what it was like, what were you required to do?
I think it was like a 3-minute speech, and after that there was some 2 minutes Q&A. I think you have to be like very optimize your time, because 3 minutes is not enough time to explain your business sometimes. So as Timothy advised it, you should practice a lot. Yeah.
It's everybody listening now is accustomed to online meetings via Zoom, so the mechanics shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Just observe the time limits, and I seem to recall it was a Zoom link was sent to us, and you were given a number of times that you could choose that you preferred, and then they told you the time. And I think for me it was 9:30 in the morning on a Monday or something like that. I don't really remember.
So I think we only have 5 minutes, so I will get some other questions. Would you recommend K-Startup Grand Challenge to startups in your country?
Yeah, maybe I will. I will speak in Portuguese. Pessoal do Brasil, eu acho que é uma boa oportunidade para todo mundo, e se alguém do Brasil estiver assistindo, eu acho que no Brasil a gente não tem esse tipo de incentivo que o governo coreano está dando. After I explain, but it's mostly like I'm talking about especially startups from Brazil, we don't have this kind of incentive and programs in Brazil, so it's kind of very interesting and for Brazilian companies to apply. Yeah, please apply.
Hola, soy de Estados Unidos, pero viví en Chile por 7 años y medio. Y Cesar y yo son los únicos que son de Latinoamérica. Si necesitamos más hablantes de portugués y español en este programa, la mayoría son de Europa o de Asia. Y yo creo que Corea necesita más emprendedores de nuestro continente hermoso.
South America.
Postula, So I said I'm from the United States and from Chile, and we don't have that much representation from Latin America in the Korean startup program. In fact, Cesar and I are the only people who have lived in South America who were part of the cohort, and so we want more people who from the Spanish and Portuguese worlds coming to Korea to be our friends. And I think Korea could benefit from more Latin culture and Latin entrepreneurship here. So apply and give it a shot. Take the adventure and come to Asia.
Thank you.
Yeah, ¿cómo estás? So, okay, I'm really sad to say this, but we only have few minutes left, so we're wrapping up with one final question. So, Tim and Cesar, please feel free to say a word or advice to participants. Application from 2020 K-Startup Grand Challenge.
I think we are all trying to figure out how to do it, how to make business after the COVID-19. It will be like a very hard time for everybody. But I think in Korea, you guys will have like a good environment to figure out how to do it after this outbreak and after all these awful things are happening. What else? And yeah, apply, give it a try, because it's I think we can be like a watershed opportunity for some companies. Like if you get the right partners and you have lucky and you have like strong business and you have like you are prepared for face the Korean market, and this can be like a gateway for Asia as well. So yeah.
Yes, as Cesar said, the economy is going through transitions now. Depending on the industry you're working in, everybody's affected. But Korea is one of the model countries that has handled the situation quite well. And so, and actually as part of this program, you get Korean people that can work with you and Korean interns. So actually you can build a team quite easily and be much more productive here than perhaps even in your own home country. So there's many advantages to applying, and we all hope to see some of you here in this room in a couple months.
Okay.
There is one last question, actually. I will answer quickly. And then, what are your guys' companies called? And then I didn't catch it in the beginning. So after this, like is a webinar, we will upload this video and with the information of guys. So company name and then the email and something kind of thing. So please check it. And I think its time is already up. So yeah, we finish. And if you guys have some more questions, and please send email, the official email. What is the official email?
k-startupgc@naipa.kr.
Okay, and then please send email. And then I will say K-Startup. You guys are Grand Challenge, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a K-Startup
Grand Challenge.
See you.